Trauma tripping is what I call it. So you guys are calling it triggering, right? But I call it trauma tripping. So this is what it looks like in your head. This is what's been happening to you guys, okay? It's kind of like a tripwire. And you're walking along, and then all of a sudden it's all good and you're doing well and you're walking along, you're not paying attention, then Mercury Retrograde kicks in, and then bam, you get triggered, right? And it probably feels more like a trip and fall out of the blue. And you scrape your legs, or you hurt yourself, or you throw your back out, or whatever. It happens so fast, and it's a bit traumatizing all over again. It's like it traumatized you again. And you're like, but I thought I was over this. Remember I told you it's not the fear of the unknown, it's the fear of what you think the unknown is. That's what happened. It's not happening again. You're just reliving it in a different energy space. Now you're embarrassed because you tripped, and you accuse others of setting the wire trap. Well, it's their fault. They showed up. They did the family one. That's why thank you, by the way, for her bringing this up. How do I fit into two groups, right? Or two tribes? This is now we're telling them they set the trap. They set the trap and told me I had to wear a mask. They set the trap and didn't do what I wanted them to do. And that's total bullshit. You cannot keep blaming people, because the second you blame them for the tripwire, you're at 30 on the consciousness scale. Kind of low, heavy, dense energy, right? So there's two ways to change these wired traps that we're all walking into right now in this energy shifting, okay? And we're not getting out of it. So you guys want to just, pick the future and start moving, all right? So here's the two ways I thought we could fix it. They're like at least address looking at it. Acknowledging is number one, okay? That we're even getting tripped up, that we fell. Because most people are like, I didn't fall. I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, you fell, right? And it hurt and it didn't feel good. So one is acknowledging that you got tripped up by something, a word, a child, whoever, a friend, a family member. And number two, that we can see it as an opportunity to admit when we are ready to burn that trash that we've been carrying around for so long. I mean, who wants to keep carrying this trash around? So how do I know it's my trash? That's what everybody asks me. Well, how do I know it's my trash? All right. When you blame your feelings of being invalidated to validate your own avoidance instead. It's kind of like, so when they're saying like, look, this made me feel this way, and you're like, well, I didn't make you feel this way. So it's like, hey, wait. So when you blame your feelings of feeling crappy, let's just say you feel crappy, you got tripped up, you fell, you're embarrassed, you're hurt, you're in pain, something tripped you up, you tripped and fell, it hurt you. And let's just say, hey, a wife, I'm not going to give you a list. Who cares what the person is, right? A wife, a child, a friend, the TV. And what you said hurt me, right? The person said something to hurt you. But you feel what they said caused you not to be alerted, right? It caused that trash wire right there. You should have told me, by you not alerting me to that problem, you shouldn't feel bad about this, right? You shouldn't feel the way you feel. I'm embarrassed to admit I feel it too. So the fact that you don't want to admit your trash, when they're saying, this made me feel this way, you're like, I didn't make you feel that way. It's not my fault you feel that way. That's your own fault you feel that way. You're not admitting to the fact that it's making you feel shitty too. So the fact that I refuse to see my trash appearing is a really good trip up that you just tripped the tripwire. No matter who presents it to you, whether it's a stupid TV, which again, turn that shit off. Are they being critical, accusing, needy, sad, lonely, unseen? They're saying, look, you don't see me. And you're like, well, I do see you. I see how I think you should be seen. That's you not seeing you either. And you refuse to see the times that maybe you felt the same way as to what they're accusing you of. The fact that you can't address it with them means you're getting tripped up. So it's just simple. How do I know it's my trash? When I blame my feelings for feeling crappy about it on them. That's how. When I blame them for me feeling crappy for tripping up. Number two, when you can say, here's the stupid trash again. Wow, it repeated itself. Mercury retrograde is going to do this to all of you until, what I tell you, the 20th? So just expect it. And it's hitting in your head. It's not even hitting in your heart anymore. Okay. So these are the two options. Am I owning my own trash and blaming it, or am I avoiding it and blaming it on someone else? Right. And so when you can say, oh, here's the stupid trash, again, here's an opportunity to grow. And I'm emotionally ready to reset my pain into this opportunity. I accepted them being an asshole in my life. I accepted them trashing me. I accepted them taking advantage of me. I accepted them treating me like a doormat. I accepted them. Why? Because I am a doormat. Why? Because I've been needy. Why? Because I've been lonely. Why? Because I don't know, whatever it is, if that's the emotion that's getting tripped up, the tripwire, right? It's an emotion that's being offered to you as an opportunity to heal and go, wow, I don't want to feel that anymore. I can see how that's what my trash would look like, and I'm completely open to a new approach. Let's do this. Aquarius says, pull out your sword and say, let's do this. So are you the, I'm going to blame you for my feelings and I'm going to avoid it? Or are you going to pull out your sword and say, let's do this? Blame, let's do this. Blame, opportunity. Right? We have two options. And that's what's really important for you guys to start looking at. Now the trash is often associated, and I call it trash because I don't care what the trash is. Trash is always associated with trauma. And it kind of look, I know this sounds funny, but it's what it reminded me in my head, right? We kind of look like hobos, right? Back in the day, you think of a hobo carrying their stick over their shoulder with the little bundle, right? Carrying our baggage around with us. And then someone shows up and knocks our little, protected sack of trash that's behind us in the shadows. Okay, so someone walks over, trips up your trash, it spills everywhere, and then we're mad at them for tripping up our trash. Familiar or freedom is your cue. Do you want to stay familiar and just hold on to your trash and put it in the darkness and the secrets and act like it never happened? And, oh, I'm not going to admit that's mine, right? Or are you going to say, screw this? Yes, it makes me feel scared or tripped up. And I just tripped the tripwire and I feel really crappy about this. And I don't like feeling this way. Own it. Own it or opportunity. Are you going to own it and it's there and you're going to feel it? Or are you going to take it as an opportunity and go, I see it and I'm moving on? Familiar or freedom is your cue to understand how you're interpreting all of these trip up triggers. Okay. So the tip is, it's not freedom when it's irritating you. Let me just tell you, if it's irritating you, you are not in freedom, but there's an opportunity here, you guys, for everyone. And it's awesomeness is awesome. So that's the kick where I want to get you guys is, Aquarius is not going, it's going to ask you guys all from this point forward to see truth and continue to trip you in moments of crickets and chaos. As I've been telling you, what Aquarius does, sunburst in, sunburst out, right? So crickets of silent time, when you guys be like, oh, everything's fine and calm, then all of a sudden chaos, and then it's not. Crickets and chaos, silence and intense, fast and then slow, sudden in, then sudden out. So it's asking you, could y'all please quit sugarcoating all of your crap, saying, oh, it's not my trash. I'm perfect. I have nothing wrong with me. And stop trying to avoid it, because the opportunities to heal trauma right now are so big and so beautiful and so badass. The new earth that we're vibrating to has to be above 200. And we're all moving there. And so the new earth is loving. It is not suffering. The new earth is loving everyone. Everyone on this call, I love you, period. And everyone would question that, right? Why? How can we all be loving, Don? When you turn off the TV and we walk out the door, take off the mask, and we all start talking about all the healing opportunities there are and stop listening to TV, that is not going to win. And anywhere in the future of this new earth, I promise it won't.